Hello friends, welcome back to my beautiful Goan life. And today we're going to have a video on how to pot begonias. So here I'm going to talk about the potting soil, the kind of pots you can use, and the way you can choose begonias when you are buying them for your use. These are the begonias that I had purchased last Sunday. So they are like a week old today, and each one costed me rupees 50, and they have been grown in small plastic containers here. So the lady who was selling me told me to wait for a week and then start to repot them. When you're buying begonias, you have to be very careful while buying them. Please see that the leaves are not leggy. See that the leaves are not discolored. See that the leaves do not have spots on them. See the leaves do not have holes in them. See that leaves are not disfigured, because they will not survive, they will not thrive, because they are already hurt. Hence, their health can be seen on the freshness or the goodness, you can say, of the leaves. So if the leaves look little dull, they look little disfigured, please do not think about buying the same. Here, look at this one. This one looks really healthy even after the 7 days that it spent with me in the garden. So this kind of growth is what you're looking for when you are picking them. So the plan is to plant them today. Here they are all together. I'll tell you about the pots that I have bought for them. These are earthen pots, mud pots, for which I paid 100 rupees for each pot of this size. I think they'll be about 3 or 4 inches, and it has good drainage holes. And also there is another size that I have taken, a little bigger one. Here it is, for which I paid rupees 150. So these are the pots that I'm going to use for potting today. I like the pattern it has. It looks wonderful, and they are a little costly, it seems, just because of this pattern that is there on the pots. So here is the soil that I have taken for potting the begonias. Sand, I've taken garden soil, I've taken coco peat, I've taken vermicompost, I have used a little bit of perlite, and here I have used an insecticide. The role of insecticide, or you can use a fungicide, is these begonias are made of fleshy stem. They are prone to be affected by insects, and also to that powdery mist that may happen on the leaves of the plants. Hence, I have used the same. I have to tell you about the proportion here. I have used 30% of garden soil, 30% of sand, so that is in equal proportion, that makes it 60%. 20% I have used coco peat, and the balance 20% I have used your vermicompost, and that's what I said was a handful of perlite and little bit of insecticide. Okay, so here the earthen pot, I have kept pebbles and stones for the purpose of drainage, and this is a plant that I am going to pot. I have to mention, I'm so fascinated with begonias. I'm like in absolute love with them. I do not know when I will stop loving begonias. Okay, so here let's pot them. I find it very funny when I'm saying when I'm going to stop loving begonias. If you are a plant enthusiast and if you love plants, I don't think you can stop loving any plant for that matter. A plant is a plant, whether it's a begonia or whether it's a sansevieria, you are in love with those plants. But my current love, you can say, is begonia. So maybe that's the reason I'm saying I may stop loving begonias after some point of time. Okay, so let's see and let's wait when that happens. Okay, so here I'm potting this begonia, the normal routine style of potting begonia. Okay, here I've already potted it. Now here with regards to water, the stems are fleshy, the leaves are also fleshy, so avoid watering the plant frequently. Wait for the water to be completely dried out. Of course, when we are doing this type of a soil, it will completely drain out, but between watering you wait for the soil to completely dry out. Also water around the plant and not on the leaves, because here the leaves will just like hold on to that water, it may rot and also have this powdery mildew kind of infestation. So here I have planted them and I have kept them on my rack for a few days before I transfer them to another spot. This is how they look. So I wouldn't have to use any fertilizer at least for a month now, because the soil is fresh and has the required nutrients for the plants. So it would be only after a month that I would fertilize it. Well, thank you so much for watching, friends. That is it. Thank you so much for watching this long video. I see you again in the next one.